Hi everyone, my name is Mike Rennick. I'm the senior broker, the team lead with Team Rennick Real Estate Services. We're part of that great Better Homes and Garden Ashley Properties family. When someone decides to sell their property, their home, be it a first home, primary home, secondary home, whatever, vacation home, it's often a difficult decision and it's one that's very emotional for the seller. And a good real estate broker understands that and gets that and takes the steps to work through that. Let me share a story. We had a woman, she was in her 90s, that had elected to sell her condo here on the island. And it was a home, even though it was a second home, her and her husband had spent 30 years vacationing in that condo. He had recently passed away, and the decision was made for her to move closer back up north in Connecticut to her daughter. Now, they all knew that that was best for them, according to the decision they came to, but it was not easy on our client. And we got that right off the bat. Even like when the property was shown, whether it was with other real estate brokers or ourselves, we made sure that she knew about it up front, and we shared a little bit about what the buyer was and things like that. And many times we would even take Ruth out on a little jaunt for a cup of coffee or something, so she didn't have to see that, because every showing was a step closer to her selling that home, which is not something she easily arrived at that conclusion. So the selling process was difficult. The inspection process was even harder. She broke down and cried when the inspector was going through the condo looking for things. We had prepped her up front with what to expect. But again, that's one more step closer to that ultimate finish line that she knew was best, but she dreaded at the same time. And at the closing, when the papers were signed, again, very tough for her. Every step of the way, we worked with her. She loved chocolates. We learned that early on. So we would take treats, and she enjoyed that. And we would talk about what was happening on the island. And it was like really, and there was times when it was being showed that I sat there and I held her hand. This was difficult for her. The most important thing for us wasn't a number. It wasn't the sales number. It wasn't another statistic. It was helping her through a process that she elected to enter, but not one that was easy. At the end of the day, when you select a realtor to sell your home, in addition to being effective and having a track record, it isn't about finding a realtor, it's about finding the right realtor, one that will hold your hands when times are difficult. And that's the important thing. And that's what we offer between Eric Teo and myself. We're both licensed brokers, and we understand that. We work for you. We understand what you're going through, and we do our best to make it as seamless as we possibly can. Us, that's the way real estate should be practiced.